Hey, Clay Kiosk here. I'll be honest with you all, I have quite the clay inventory. As a full-time artist for 3 years, I've learned it's important to have the right materials on hand. So today I'm giving you all a little peek into some of the organization methods I use to keep track of what I have. I never intended to obtain this much clay, but a couple years ago I had the opportunity to buy out the collections of 2 other artists and I went ahead and did it. You'll notice I use a lot of Fimo. These bars stack upright nicely on this IKEA bookshelf I purchased for around $60. The entire shelf is color coded so I can visually see what shades I have on hand. The oldest is always brought to the front so that it's used first. I also like to split my clay by the different Fimo lines. Professional goes up top, soft in the middle, and Effect occupies the bottom shelves. Even though I do all this, it's really tricky to know exactly how many bars of each color I have, and this is an important figure to know when deciding whether or not to take on a custom order. So I use the number on the back of the packages as SKUs on my Etsy listings. I count how many of that color I have, and then I match this quantity to its SKU online. This helps me to know when I should reorder certain colors depending on product popularity. As an item sells, the quantity goes down as clay is used, plus I know exactly which shade to pull to sculpt the product. It's an organization method for me that I know most won't need, but I figured it's worth sharing regardless. It's because I use Etsy SKUs that I'm able to throw any leftover clay into bins however I'd like. When my bookshelf supply runs low, I simply restock it without having to worry about the actual quantity. When it comes to Primo, I don't have enough to set up a whole other bookshelf system, nor do I really use it enough to want to do that in the first place. These bars actually work best if you stand them upright in bins. Every Sculpey or Primo line has the name of the color printed on top, which is something I wish Fimo did. I try to keep everything color coded and separated by brand, but black and white is probably the one exception to this. I found you can use boxes that once held reams of paper to store clay nicely. When you pick up these boxes, they're sturdy enough that the sides won't tear or crumble, and the lids prevent any dust from being exposed to the clay. Another frustration for me when it came to organizing clay is knowing what to do with open bars. I use a thick clear plastic bin lined with paper towel and wax paper on the bottom. I also have a little tray that rests on top for any scraps that can't fit back into their plastic packaging. For Fimo, I try to keep everything sorted by color so that I don't accidentally open a new bar. I just take out what I need and wrap it back up to put away when I'm done. So there you have it, my organization methods for storing large quantities of polymer clay. If you all would like me to create a video on the best ways to store small amounts, including how to preserve your clay, please let me know. I want to thank you all for watching. As a reminder, subscribing to my channel gets you access to other clay tips, tricks, and tutorials. That's all for today, but I hope to see you next week for another video.